I'm getting ready to dehydrate some carrots because we have a whole bunch of them. And I've had quite a few people ask me about this dehydrator, what model it is, so I figured I'd just do a quick review on the dehydrator itself. This is the Nesco Open Country FD62BJX. Food dehydrator and jerky maker. For me, if you're going to have a dehydrator, it has to have an adjustable thermostat. This one is adjustable from 35 degrees Celsius or 95 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 68 degrees Celsius or 155 degrees Fahrenheit. The dehydrator itself actually has a little cheat sheet right on the cover for temperature guides for different types of foods that you're going to be dehydrating. Everything from herbs and spices and mushrooms all the way up to meats, fish, and jerky. This is the cover that has the motor and the fan in it. It's a 2100 RPM motor, 500 watts. This is the cleanest screen for doing sticky or sugary fruits and stuff, or small items that may fall through the larger screen of the trays themselves. You get 2 of these with it when you buy it. You also get 2 fruit roll-up trays when you buy it, and these are really good for doing fruit leather, fruit roll-ups, that type of stuff. You could even use this to dehydrate spaghetti sauce or something to that effect, beef stew or whatever you might come up with. Any liquids that you want to dehydrate, this is what you would use. The unit comes with 4 trays, dehydrator trays, and it's expandable all the way up to 12. If you have 12 of the trays like I do, you get 10 square feet of drying area, and that's quite a lot. I can do between like 5 and 10 pounds of mushrooms and probably 12 quarts of crispy granola mix. I had a video where I made some crispy granola mix, and this is what I used for that. This is just the base. It just has 3 legs on it. Now the interesting thing about this dehydrator is the air flows up through the middle. It actually, the fan forces it down through, and then the air rises up around, and it sort of encompasses the stuff you're drying from all directions. And by doing that, with that design, it eliminates you from having to stop the dehydrator and rotate the trays. Although I still rotate my trays just because I'm used to doing that, and it probably does help to speed it up a little bit. But it's a pretty neat design, and it saves you from having to rotate your stuff. It saves on energy costs, and it lets the stuff get dry quicker. Another thing this dehydrator came with is a jerky gun for making jerky. The top comes off, and it has a plastic ring with several different attachments. One for round jerky, like Slim Jims. One for wide, thin strips of jerky. And then another one for doing 2 thin strips of jerky at once. This is the one I prefer because it seems to get dry quicker. Now this Jerky Gun is designed for ground meat. You take your ground meat, you mix in your spices and stuff, and you stuff it in here. Then you decide which attachment you want. Put it in the plastic ring and screw it on. And then this whole thing ratchets down as you squeeze it out into your trays. And it works really good. There's a bit of controversy on whether people should use ground meat to make jerky because ground meat is more likely to spoil during the drying time than whole meat. But it works really good. I've had no issues with it. And as long as you follow proper preparation and drying temperatures, you shouldn't have any issues. Another thing this comes with, which is very important in my opinion, is an owner's manual. This is a very thin, straight to the point owner's manual and care, use, and recipe guide. It has a whole bunch of different recipes in here for stuff. It has all the part numbers for the different items you want to order. Like, let's say you want to get some more clean screens or some more add trays to expand the drying capacity, or maybe you want to buy the jerky making kit. It's all in here, and there's part numbers for it, and you can look those part numbers up online, and you can find most of these parts relatively inexpensively. I went and I bought 8 more of the trays to max it out, and also bought 10 of the fruit roll-up trays because I like making fruit leather and stuff. And it didn't cost me very much money. I'm a pretty frugal guy, and I'm not into spending lots of money on stuff I don't need. The only other thing I want to mention is I gave you guys that part number because this company makes probably at least 2 or 3 other models that are similar. I believe one is a bit higher quality than this, but it looks quite similar, the same flow-through design. And there's 2 or 3 models that are a step down from this. I've seen 2 of the lower end models, and there's really not much difference. They look almost identical. The only difference I noticed was the other 2 I saw, the motor itself and the fan was quite noisy. And this one, part of the reason I like it so much is it's really not very loud at all. I mean, you turn it on and it just sounds like a small fan running. There's no loud whining or ear-piercing sounds that come from it. And if you're like me and you have other people in the house, if the thing is noisy, it's going to deter people from wanting to use it. So I like that. I think it's a nice added bonus. That and the fact that it's fully adjustable temperature, and that it comes with a recipe and use guide so you can safely enjoy dehydrating food. That's it. Thanks for watching. Thank you guys for your support. I appreciate it.